Hello everyone, this is Neil from UltimateGaming.net. Welcome. This week in Rocket League featured several exciting tournaments, along with some roster news, and the announcement of yet another massive tournament this summer. Let's kick things off with the 7-11 Brisk Summer Series, which took place last Sunday. This event was an invitational single-elimination tournament, featuring 8 of the top North American teams, as well as a mix of others from the Rocket League World Championship Series and those who narrowly avoided qualifying last season. Entering into this tournament, NRG were the heavy favorites, coming from their third place finish at the RLCS World Championship Season 3 earlier this month. This is coming from the highest ranking North American team within that World Championship. Things seem to be going according to plan as NRG took down Set to Destroy 3 games to none in the quarterfinals. They didn't face much resistance in the semifinals either, crushing Take 3 with 4 games to 1. They were in for a rude awakening, however, in the finals as NRG faced off against a surging G2 squad who was well and ready to surprise them. After having to watch the World Championships from the sidelines, G2 was ready to exact some revenge on their North American rivals. In addition to stellar play, G2 also brought their brooms to the match, sweeping NRG 4 games to none in the finals. G2 was led to victory by JNaps, who managed to rack up 12 goals, 34 saves, as well as 6 MVP awards in only 11 games. This was a statement performance, given from a team who until recently had been struggling, with their most recent tournament win coming as far back as April 24th. On Wednesday, MetaLeague hosted the MetaCup Series tournament featuring a €500 prize pool that enticed some top European teams to compete. Some of these top teams included, and are not limited to, and forgive me for my pronunciation, Red Pulse, Macher, Method, Gale Force, We De Moi, and Team Envious. Team Envious in particular looked quite strong throughout the tournament, eliminating their rivals Macher and Method Esports. The finals saw Team Envious taking on Red Pulse, who fielded a roster of Pondex, Snasky, and Siki. It was a back-and-forth affair with one game going 5 minutes into overtime. However, the strong defensive plays coming from Red Pulse were evidently too much for Envious to overcome, and it ended up with Red Pulse taking the series and the title 4 games to 2. Just in case you missed the news last week, major esports organization Team Envious signed the world champion Northern gaming roster of Remco, Devo, and Maestro. This marks the first Tier 1 organization to enter the Rocket League scene, so expect to see more big players in the esports world start to turn their attention towards this summer's hottest esport, as everyone looks to get their share of the pie. Following the transfer of longtime Penta player Freaky to Macher Esports last week, Penta has released the 2 players remaining on their roster, Pondex and Killer No. 7. As we saw this week, Pondex has been teaming up with Leftovers, players Snasky and Siki under the team name Red Pulse. There are a number of top free agents on the market right now, and it'll be interesting to see where these players finally end up. The Rocket League calendar is starting to fill up this summer. The X Games, in collaboration with Rocket League and the tournament organizer Faceit, will be bringing a $75,000 invitational to X Games Minneapolis, July 14th to 16th. This will be live streamed on ESPN Free, which is ESPN's online platform. Also, this comes from the news that last week NBC Sports will be hosting a $100,000 championship during July and August. And don't forget about the DreamHack Atlanta $50,000 tournament, which will be happening later in July. Expect to see top players from across the globe invited to the X Games event, which will offer a great setting to introduce new players to one of the most exciting esports on the market right now. And as well as all that, community tournament organizer Nexus Games will be hosting a $1,000 tournament this weekend. Top North American teams such as NRG, Rogue, Ohana, and my personal favorite, Ninja Dinosaurs, will also be in attendance. So be sure to check that out, as well as everything else. With all that being said and done, thank you for watching. Please check out UltimateGaming.net for all your Rocket League news and analysis, and I will see you next time.